Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting our GCSC online lessons today, and we are going to start with numbers. As I said in my first video, we're going to follow the AQA syllabus. You know, in UK, there's ADCL, there's AQA. These are the main examiners. So the AQA is what we're going to follow, and that first topic is numbers. I'm going to start like somebody who is doing grade 6 is going to do the SATs, build up to the GCSE foundation level, and then the higher maths, so that even those who are doing SATs will be able to follow and benefit from my lessons. The first topic, as I said, is numbers. And the numbers I'm going to deal with, I'm not going to deal with valuation sequence or something. I'm going to deal with a basic mathematical topic. That, I think, is the foundation of mathematics. If somebody understands this, maths become easy, because it will make it easy for him to deal with fractions, and algebra, even geometry, and even statistics. If you don't understand how to manipulate with the signs, positive and negative numbers, it will be difficult for you to do fractions. Because if somebody said, what is half minus a third minus a half, you know, the negative number comes in. It may be difficult for you how to solve this. And if you, in algebra, if somebody say what is minus x or minus x minus 2x, you become confused. So if you first have to learn the signs and then you progress. Now, there are two ways to deal with positive and negative numbers, yeah? Positive and negative numbers. Negative numbers. This is the topic I'm going to deal with today. Positive and negative numbers, meaning plus and minus. Okay? Plus and minus. How to deal with this? There are two ways to deal with this. The first one, these are my own ways of teaching this lesson or this topic. You won't find this in the main textbooks. This is my own way of dealing with this topic. There are two ways dealing with it, yeah? One I call sign of the bigger number. Sign of the bigger number. Sign of the bigger number. And then second way to deal with this, you'll find this in my textbook. It's called number line. Okay? I think you all know what number line is. Okay? Number line. These are the two ways I deal with this topic. Okay? Sign of the bigger number when you come to plus and minus, and the number line as well. But before, let me give you okay, sign of the bigger number when you come to plus and minus, okay, and the number line. Let me give you a small test of how this thing works. Now, example is if somebody tell you what is minus x minus x. See, this is how we use signs in maths. Or somebody tell you what is minus 2x times x. This is how this thing comes. Or somebody say what is minus 2 plus 5. So how to answer these questions like this? In mathematics, you use x. X means unknown. Okay? That's why we use x. It means unknown. So, signs are used something like this. If somebody in mathematics, he tells you, many students make this mistake. Minus 2 into 2x plus 1. Now tell me, if you don't know how to deal with signs, this will be difficult for you, because you didn't know, especially some students, when I take them, I say, what is minus 2x into x minus 2? You see, if you don't know how to work with the signs, plus and minus, when you add, when you multiply, this thing becomes difficult for you to do. Because when minus is outside the bracket, it's multiplying everything inside the bracket. Okay? So minus times minus is always positive. This will make it positive. So if you don't know how to deal with it, you will have this type of question wrong. Now, before I proceed, I want to give you some basic principle. In most cases, when you have minus and minus, your answer will be equal to minus. Let me put this. You have to write this down, okay? When you have minus and minus, in terms of addition or subtraction, your answer will always be a minus. Okay? Example is, let's say minus 2 minus 2. Okay? Your answer will always be minus. Do you see? Now, that's the first part. So basically, they will say minus plus minus will always give you minus. Your answer will always be in minus, irrespective of the number. Your answer will be minus. But when you come to plus and minus, let's say minus 2 plus 3, the answer will be, can be minus or plus, depending on how big the number, depending the sign of the bigger number, yes? Sign of the bigger number. Now that is the first one, sign of the bigger number. Okay? These are principles in math that you have to know. Minus, when you multiply with another minus, your answer will always be plus. When you always multiply a minus and a positive, so a minus and a minus, your answer will be positive. Example is minus 2 times minus 3, your answer is minus 6. 2 times 3 is 6, and your answer will always be positive. So multiply, when you always multiply a minus and a minus, your answer will always be a positive. That's the example. Okay? In the same vein, minus divided by a minus, your answer will always be positive. Okay? Example is minus 6 divided by minus 2. The minus will cancel minus. Your answer will be positive 3. So a minus divided by a minus will always be a positive. But a minus, okay, divided by a positive, this is called divide, yes? Divide, yeah? Your answer will always be minus. Your answer will always be minus. Even minus is top or bottom, still your answer will be minus. Example is minus 6 divided by 2. Okay? You put your minus, 2 into 3, 2 into 6 3 times. Your answer is minus 3. Okay? So if you put these principles in mind, if you memorize these principles, it's so easy. But even if you don't, when we apply this method of dealing with positive and negative numbers, you will understand. Okay? When you have two numbers, they are all minus and minus, your answer will always be minus. Okay? It's something as adding a minus to a minus. Let's say I have some oranges here. Oranges. Some oranges are minus, some are positive, yes? So I ask you, how many minus oranges are there? You're going to add 1 minus, 2 minus. Do you see? Let me put this red. Positive here. Let's say positive minus, okay? Okay. Positive. If I ask you, how many positive oranges are there? Or how many positive batteries are there? Anything positive, we can use it. how many positive oranges are there? You're going to ask, count 1, 2, 3. So minus, 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 okay? Or minus plus minus 1 plus minus 1 will be minus 3. You tell me, oh, there are 3 minus oranges. Do you understand? If I ask you how many positive oranges are there, 1, 2, 3, 4, you want to tell me there are 4 positive oranges. That's simple. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 4. So the same thing, don't be confused by the sign. The same thing. If you have a minus 2 batteries, okay, another minus 3 batteries is minus 5 batteries. So don't get confused, yeah? But when we apply the sign of a number, a bigger number, and the number line, you come to understand, okay, how this thing is applied. So minus times minus will always be positive. Minus divided by minus will always be positive, okay? Now let's apply the first one, sign of the bigger number. Sign of the bigger number, okay? Now, sign of the bigger number, that's this one. When you are giving a math sum involving negative and positive, you always look at the sign of the numbers. Now, the sign of a number is the sign before it. If you have 2 minus 3, okay, the sign of 3 is minus. But what about the sign of 2? The sign of 2 is positive. If there's no sign in front of a number, then the sign of that number is positive. That has to automatically come to a head. Okay? Anywhere you put it. 3 minus 8. The sign of the 3 is positive, but they don't put it there. But it is assumed that it is positive. So if you don't see any sign before a number, then each sign is positive. But if you see a negative behind a number, that number sign is negative. Now let's look at these two sums. These two sums here. We say sign of the bigger number. If you look at 2 and 3, which one is bigger?
Minus 3.
So therefore, the sign of your answer will be minus, because 3 is the bigger number. Now look at this one. Which one is bigger, 3 or 8?
8.
So your answer, the sign of 8 is
Minus.
so your answer will be minus. Simple. Very, very simple. When you have a question like this, just look at the sign of the bigger number. Okay? The sign of the bigger number will be your answer. So if you look at 2 and 3, 3 is bigger than 2. So your answer, the sign of your answer will be minus. If you look at 3 and 8, 8 is bigger, so the sign of 8, which is minus, will be your answer, yeah? So look at this, minus 7 plus 9. Now, which number is bigger?
9.
9 is bigger, so your answer will have a positive? Yes. Okay? Same thing. Whether you change the, however you flip it, minus 5 plus 8 or 7, what is the sign of the bigger number? 7. 7 is the bigger number. What's the sign of 7? Plus. So your answer will be positive. This is what you call sign of the bigger number. So now, after you identify the sign of the bigger number, what do? You subtract the 2. 3 minus 2, 1. Okay? 3 minus 2 is 1. So therefore, 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1. Now look at this one. The sign of the bigger number we said is minus. So your answer will be in minus. Now what is 8 minus 3 is 5. So answer. So therefore, plus 3 minus 8 or 3 minus 8 is equal to minus 5. Now look at this one. Minus 7 whether minus come first or minus come, it doesn't matter. Okay? The sign of the bigger number is plus, so our answer will be in plus. Then since there is a plus and a minus, there's a plus and a minus. 9 minus 7 is equal to 2. So our answer is plus 2. This one also, the sign of the bigger number is 7. The sign of the bigger number is plus. Therefore, our answer will be in plus. So 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. You see? Simple. When they give you something like this, ask yourself, which number is bigger? Okay? And then, what is its sign? So your answer will be the sign of the bigger number. Okay. Now, is it clear now? Is it clear to you? The sign of the bigger number. When we're giving a plus and a minus, the sign of the bigger number will be your answer. Okay? Now let's do some small examples before we demonstrate how to use number line in this. Remember, this is used for only when you have plus and minus, not multiplication. Because I was taking somebody and he was applying this to even minus minus. Okay, he was saying the sign of bigger number, even if you give him a minus sign. Okay? Now let's see. First of all, 7 minus 9 can also be written as minus 9 plus 7. Is there any changes in the signs? No. Minus 9, minus 9. Plus 7, plus 7. So however you arrange it, it's the same. And it's all going to be the sign of the bigger number. The sign of the bigger number here is what? 9. Okay, 9 is the bigger number, okay? Its sign is minus. So what is 9 minus 7? That is? Here, what is the sign of the bigger number? 9. So your answer should be minus, isn't it? Now 9 minus 7 is 2. So it doesn't matter. Whether you have 9 first or you have 7 first, it doesn't matter. What happens in this? This all maintain their signs. The sign of 7 is plus here, the sign of 7 is plus here. The sign of 9 is minus here, the sign of 9 is minus here. So it's the same. However you arrange it, you have the same answer. Now you know when you come to algebra, you'll have to know how to manipulate this. If somebody tell you minus 2x plus b plus 3x minus 5b. Now, I want to demonstrate how you apply this in algebra. Okay? Now, in algebra, what do?
Like terms.
We collect the like terms, innit? So, minus 2x plus 3x, innit? Plus b minus 5b. Now, if you don't know how to manipulate your signs, now this will be difficult for you, innit? Now, we look at these two. Minus 2x plus 3x. What is the bigger number? 3 in it. So your answer will be plus in it. Now 3 minus 2 is 1. So 1x, yes? Okay. This one, b and b. 5b is bigger than 1b. So the sign of the bigger number is minus, in it. So 5b minus 1b is 4b in it. So your answer is 4b. Because this, it doesn't matter. You can say minus 5b plus b. It's the same. 5b and 1b. Okay? So 5b, you take out 1 positive, you are left with only 4 negative now. Okay? That's why I say you must understand this sign if you want to do algebra. Okay? This is very, very important. Now let's do examples. Let's do example number 1. 8 minus 10. Number 2. Minus 3 plus 7. Number 3. 5 minus 9. Okay? Number 4. Minus 3x plus 8x. Okay? I'm including algebra there now. Now, how do you solve this? What do? What is our principle? What did I say is our principle? Our principle is sign of the bigger number. So here, we have to identify which one is bigger. In it. In this sum, number 1, the bigger number is, what is sign?
Minus.
So our answer will be in minus. Here, which one is the bigger number? 7. So our answer will be in positive. Here, which one is the bigger number?
9.
Its sign is, so our answer will be in minus. Now look at these two. Which one is bigger number? 8, in it. 8x is bigger than 3x, in it. So its sign is positive, plus, so our answer will be in plus. Simple. Then you subtract the numbers. You subtract the numbers, in it. Very simple. We're going to deal with more examples about this. We're going to do more examples about this, okay? Now look at it. What is 8, 10 minus 8, which is? 2. What is 7 minus 3?
4.
9 minus 5?
4.
8 minus 3?
5.
You don't need to put, you don't put plus there, you know, something like if it's plus. You know, in mathematics, you understand anything which has no sign before it is positive. So you don't need to put this thing. So this is how you deal with this type of thing. Now, I told you the application is in most cases in algebra and in fractions. Like somebody said, what is somebody give you this. See. What do you do?
Find the sign of the bigger number.
The bigger number is 2 at the top, in it. And its sign is minus, in it. 1 minus 2 is 1. And you bring your 3 down because the denominator are the same, in it. Yes. Because the denominator are the same. The are the same, in it. The denominator are the same. You see? Because in fractions, when the denominator are the same, you just add the top. Okay? So here the denominator are the same, we just add the top. Okay? But the bigger one is 2, because if the denominator are the same, the bigger fraction is one bigger number, isn't it? So we just apply our rule of sign of the bigger number. The bigger number is 2, so our answer sign of that is minus, our answer signs will be minus. Okay? Many work maths, many topic in maths, you have to use these signs. That's why I start with the signs. Okay. Do you understand so far? It's simple. When they give you plus and minus, your sign, your answer will always bear the sign of the bigger number. Then you subtract the 2. Okay? Now, how do we use plus and minus using number line? Second method of solving plus and minus is using number line. Number line. Now, number line is written like this. You have a line. The middle is 0. Then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the left hand side, you have minus. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. Okay? This is called number line. 0 in the middle. As you go to the left, the right is positive, isn't it? Yeah. As you go to the right is positive. As you go to the left is negative, minus. So our teacher says, when we are doing this, if you are adding, you move to the right. You move to the right. If you are subtracting, you move to the left. Okay? Simple. If you are adding, you move to the right. If you are subtracting, you move to the left. So wherever you have something plus, you always move to the right. Something minus, you move always to the left. Okay? Now, let's use this sign. What is minus 5 plus 8? Okay? First of all, we have to identify the first one. The first one you have to identify, okay? The one you have to identify is the first one. Where is that on the number line? It's here. Okay? That's how minus 5 is what we start with, and we locate that in the number line. Now, if say plus 8, we said when we add or plus or add, okay, we said we move to the right. We move to the right, innit? And when we have minus or subtract, yes? You have to write that. We move to the left. To the left. Okay, right, left. So when we add or when we plus, we move to the right. So any addition, we move to the right. We don't move to the left. Okay? But any subtraction, we move to the left. Simple. So this is minus 5. We look at our minus 5. We add 8, so we have to move to the right. Okay? But be careful. If you add, don't start with the first one, because it is minus 5 plus something. So you don't start at minus 5. So when we look at our minus 5, we add 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what is our answer?
Plus 3.
Plus
3.
3. Just like our sign of the bigger number, the sign of the bigger number is
Plus.
plus, isn't it? So our answer must be in plus, isn't it? So 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. Now if you use the number line, it's the same. Minus 5, you add 8. You don't start from, you don't use the first one, okay? You start from the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the 8th one is plus 3. That's your answer. So that means you can use both the sign of the bigger number and the number line to solve these negative and positive number questions. Okay? Now let's use a minus. Sorry. Let's say this one is 3 minus 5. Now we have to remember, if there is no sign behind a number, it's positive, isn't it? So we locate our positive 3 is here. Now let me use another number, because we have used 3 before. 2. Okay? We locate our positive 2. And then we subtract. We say when we subtract, we move to the left. We don't start with that number. We add 5 back. Okay? When we subtract, we move to the left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the fifth one is minus 3. So our answer is minus 3. Now when we apply our first principle, sign of the bigger number, the sign of the bigger number is 5. The sign of 5 is minus. So our answer must be in minus. And we subtract 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. So your answer is minus 3. So which one is easier? Number line or sign of the bigger number?
Sign of the bigger number.
Sign of the bigger number is easier. Yes. But why we teach you all, they can bring it in the number line. They can use it. Okay? Because they can use it in like this. They said the temperature, let's say, the temperature in Moscow is minus 5 degrees. Okay? Okay? The temperature in London, is plus 4 degrees. what is the difference? What is the difference? Okay? Which capital is warmer? Okay? So, 1, 2. This could be a GCSE question. Okay? Which capital is warmer? So, look at the number. If you want to know the difference, we have to use the number line. Okay? When we use the number line, we identify -5 and +4. You see? We identify -5 and +4. Now we look at the difference. You look at the difference. Okay? Between them. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So between them is 9 degrees, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Positive, yes. No, the difference, you didn't say positive or negative. What's the difference between the two?
9.
Yeah. Because you need to add 9 degrees to make the place warm to 4 degrees, isn't it? Yeah. It's -5 in Moscow. Okay, you need the temperature rise. Temperature has to increase by 9 degrees to have a +4 centigrade in London. So which one is warmer? We all know minus is always cold, isn't it? Yeah. Plus is warmer, isn't it? So London is warmer than Moscow. So that's how they use this. Okay? They may not tell you how to use a number line. They can put a thermometer. Okay.
Wait, is -1, -4.
Yes, we can solve all that. We have not done 2 minus yet, because that's a different principle, isn't it? We have not done 2 minus yet. Let's say this is a thermometer, yes? You have 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They say the temperature in Liverpool is -3 degrees. Okay? The temperature in Liverpool is -3 degrees, isn't it? Okay? So, the temperature rise. When they say rise, mean plus, isn't it? Okay? When they say temperature rise, it means plus. The temperature rise by 6 degrees. Okay? Temperature rise by 6 degrees centigrade. Okay? So now you can use the number line. You can use this. When they put it in a form of a sentence, you have to identify. In Liverpool, it is -3 in it. It rise by 6 degrees, it increased by 6 degrees. They move to the right in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the new temperature will be 3 degrees centigrade. You see, that's how you use number line and this plus and minus. How you use the number line. Okay? And these things are GCSE questions. I've seen them. I've seen GCSE questions which are like this. So it's easy. Now, the next topic we have to do is, before we finish, because I don't want to make it long, okay? When you have minus and minus, okay? When you have minus and minus, you can't apply the sign of the bigger number, but you can apply the number line, okay? Let's say if you have -3, -3, okay? Or -3, -4. Now, something like this, you can't use the sign of the bigger number. You cannot say the sign of the bigger number is minus, so your answers will be minus. No. Okay? Minus, minus, your answer will always be minus. That's what I said in it. Yes. When you have minus and minus, your answer will always be in minus. So be careful of that. Then you add the two of them. 3 plus 4 is 7. So minus and minus, answer will always be in minus. Now, we are going to use a number line to answer a question like this. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And the middle is always 0. Okay? The middle is always 0. Because minus means below 0. Positive means above 0. Okay? Now, a question like this, we locate the, always tell you, locate the first one. We locate the, always we locate the first one. We locate the first one. We locate the first one. Now, after you locate the first one, then what comes after will either be plus or negative. If it is negative, you move towards the left. If it is positive, you move towards the right. Okay, that's clear. Now, when we identify our minus 3 is here. It says minus 4. When we minus, move to the left. So you count 4 back to the left. Because this is left. Okay? And this is right. You see? So minus 3, we identify where I start with it. We move 4 backward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our answer is minus 7. That's how you use the number line. Okay? That's how we use the number line. So it's not difficult at all. Okay? If you are moving towards if you are adding, you move towards the right. If you are subtracting, you move towards the left. So minus 3 is here. Since we are subtracting, we move to the left. So we move 4 backward, in it. Minus 4 means we're going minus again backward. So we move 4 backward, our answer will be minus 7. Okay, let's look at this. Minus 1, minus 3. Okay? As I said, you always locate the first one. The first one is minus 1. Minus 1 is here. Minus 1 is here. Okay? And then since it's minus, we are moving towards the left. So we count 3 backward. 1, 2, 3. So our answer is minus 4. Minus 4. Okay? That's how you use the number line. Let's say in algebra they said minus 2x minus 3x. Minus minus, your answer will always be in minus. 3 plus 2 is 5. Minus 5x. You see? Yeah. You see? Yes. Same thing. Minus 1/3, minus 2/3. Your answer will be minus 3. You add the 2. Okay? So you add the 2, this will be minus 3 over 3, innit? Do you get it?
Which equals to 1.
Minus 1. Okay? You see? Yeah. So algebra, science of numbers is very, very important in mathematics. I can say it's a foundation. Okay? Now, let's do a few more questions on this one and then we stop there. We don't want to have a big lesson. Okay? Number 1, minus 7 minus 3. Okay? Number 2, minus 2 minus 4. Number 3, minus 5 minus 1. Okay? Number 4, minus 5 plus 4. Now tell me, which of them can you apply the sign of the bigger number. Check it out.
Yeah, question 4.
Why?
Because it's minus and plus.
Because it involves minus and plus. Can you use this?